How's it going, everybody? RyeSquad here today, and we are back with our Philadelphia Flyers franchise mode here halfway through the third season. And today, guys, we are going to be making a change. Yes, I asked you guys at the end of the last episode, should we change our coaches? And you guys vehemently agreed with that decision. So today, guys, we are going to be signing a brand new head coach. But here we go. Just a quick recap to where we were. 15-15-3, pretty bang average. And I think it's just time for a change. Our previous coach wasn't doing us any favors. I thought we'd been, good enough. And there's a coach out here, Maddox Flood, who has previously coached for Colorado, got fired or not retained or something from them. And is an absolute phenomenal fit, did great things for the Colorado Avalanche, and his line synergies, chemistries, and whatnot. That's really what draws me to him as a generalist. He does not want a ton of money, so 4 years. We'll give him a contract for just a bit over $2 million, giving him an $8 million deal. And there we go. So we now can fire our Benoit. Fire him. Manuel Benoit, you've done well, but this season I just cannot keep it going. But Roberto Jans is going to take over as the caretaker in the period between him signing, Maddox Flood signing, I should say, and now. So taking a look at the lines, we still get the +3 on the top line, even, with after firing our coach defensively. Yeah, so the coach isn't necessarily a bad one right now. But Bobby Brink got turned to a minus. I hate that. And now, yikes, the regression from Patrick Hornqvist. Good Lord. All right, so where do we want to get up to today? I think we might get through the trade deadline today. I think we'll get all the way through it, and then we may play a game here at the end of the season. Some of these games against the Devils are the Devils. The Devils are a team that could be in it. We'll see where we're in and about, and when I might need to jump in, because I actually really enjoyed playing the third period. I hope you guys did too, and I'm going to continue to do that here. But Jans 1-0 in his one game as our interim head coach. Maddox Flood is happy to join the team, and Jans goes 1-1. And now here we go. The new chemistry, a +5 on the first line with Konechny, Couturier, and Farabee. Things we love to see. Jonathan Drouin up there would also get us a +5. Farabee fits the first line better than he fits the third. Bobby Brink fits, everybody fits okay. Hornqvist would fit better there. Drouin, okay, fits the second line perfectly. Okay, let's see here. Who fits where? Ooh, Cam Atkins is actually a pretty good fit for the second line. We don't get a plus. What about Owen Tippett? Fits the second and the fourth line. So we have a playmaker, and a sniper. We have a power forward, sniper. So yeah, but we get the +5. That's the big one. That is the big one up in the top line. We're going to maximize Konechny, Farabee, and Couturier. And then defensively with Provorov and Sanheim, we get a +1. Cam York would not get us a +1 up there. What about Ryan Ellis? Does he do anything? Okay. So they fit the second line. Korchinski actually fits the first line pretty well. Does not get us a chemistry boost, as these guys, Provorov and Sanheim, are pinch balanced. He's pinch cycle, so he would fit somewhat. We would just need to find a defensive defenseman to pair with him. Ellis is balance shoot, and then hold the line balanced. Rasmus Ristolainen would be really good on the second pairing. I think we're going to leave it as that. So we get the +1 now defensively, but the +5, I can't wait to see what we can do with that. But just taking a look here, everybody else is pretty solid. Simon Holmstrom, put him on the first line there, and then maybe, oh God, do not put Farabee by himself there. But I mean, I guess we could try. I don't want to try Holmstrom up there. And Bobby Brink only gets us a +3, which is super unfortunate. Jonathan Drouin would get us a +5, so Drouin could go up there, and then Farabee could go with Brink and Frost, because then that's two-way forward, playmaker, sniper, and then Hornqvist there with Hayes and Atkinson still. We wouldn't. Okay, so Drouin would get us a +5, and then Farabee's 24. He's high top 6. I want him to grow. And then maybe we could flip-flop, but no, the +5 is too good to pass up. That'd be 89, 93, and 90 overall if you add in the chemistry. So there we go. We make a big change, and hopefully that first line is able to carry us through. Oh, I do want to check the special teams. At least the power play. Edit the lines here. on the power play. Take a look at the power play. There we go. Power play line 1. Oh, he runs, what is this strategy? We're running the overload strategy. The distributor is Provorov. Actually, no, I want it to be Konechny. Okay, this is different. Konechny. Finisher. There we go. We'll get Sean Couturier there. Bobby Brink will be the finisher, or maybe Farabee will be the finisher. There we go. Face-off formation is normal. I actually kind of like this. Couturier, Brink, Farabee, Konechny, Provorov. Taking a look at the second line. We've got Frost, Drouin, Atkinson, Sanheim, and York. Distributor will be York, I want to say. And then the finisher will be Drouin. And the puck carrier is Atkinson. I like that. Okay. And then on the penalty kill, Maddox Flood likes to do the passive box. We get it's fine there. Penalty kill line 2 is a -1 with Hayes, Farabee, Sanheim, Risto. A -1 here with Holmstrom, Konechny, Provorov, and York. So penalty killing line 1 is Korchinski. Why is Korchinski? Quick swap him with, we get a +1 if we bring up Provorov. We'll bring up Provorov, Ellis. We don't get anything higher. I guess we could go with Risto here. So we got Provorov, Risto, Ellis, Sanheim. Who doesn't fit here? Everybody fits. I don't know why we're getting a -1, but maybe it's just glitched. And then, it's because we have 2 offensive defensemen here. Oops. That's fine. I guess that's the best we're going to be able to do. Taking a look at edit lines. Again, just to see if we can clear out any potential chemistry glitch. +1, -1, -2. So that is actually fine there. Here we go. Ready to get it underway. And I'm not going to jump in early. We're going to let him go a month of just coaching himself. But we can kind of keep track. A 6-0 win. Ooh, a 7-4 loss. A 4-2 loss in the division. But we do beat Columbus. Farabee is upset I broke... What? I guess I'll just apologize. Sorry, Joel. How can I make this? You promised me giving... Okay, I'll make sure he's getting extra minutes. I don't know how I can give you extra minutes. You're already on the first line. I guess I can put him on the first line penalty kill. If we stop the sim, we lose back-to-back games. Yikes. The team is absolutely floundering right now. Under 500 point percentage, which is horrible. Ryan Paling, flip-flop him with Farabee. There we go. So Farabee's just going to play everywhere. Or maybe he's going to demand a trade. Who knows? But he is one of the guys that I want to keep around. Bobby Brink, how are you doing? So this line is done a little bit better. Hornqvist. Oh, God. Drouin has been horrible. What if we move Hornqvist down, tip it up? Wow. Paling, this fourth line is absolutely killing it. Maybe something I want to think about it, but we'll move Tippett to the third line and Hornqvist to the fourth line. I wanted Hornqvist to be pretty good for us. I thought he'd be that power forward we were missing, but chemistry-wise, he's just not really gelling with the new coach either. So here we go. Versus Colorado, we lose. We win in a shootout there to Buffalo. In overtime, I should say. We pick up a point there. Okay, a little bit of a point streak here. And against Toronto, we're going to win. Okay. So with 48 points and 48 games played, we're still 500. We came in 15-15. So yeah, our head coach is still about 500. I can't really say that he's done anything to improve the team. But if I take a look at the lines, maybe we want to move Frost down. I'm trying to think here. Jonathan Drouin, -5, -3 still. Bobby Brink. We will move up Kevin Hayes. It's a bit of veteran presence there. Cam Atkinson for Brink. No, that's not getting us anything. Drouin, yeah, he's going to be on that second line for sure. Owen Tippett fits the line, I think, better than Bobby Brink. I think he does. And then if we move Frost up, no. Atkinson up, no. Hornqvist up, no. Paling up, no. Holmstrom up, no. Yeah, so we're pretty much stuck with what we got. We could maybe try Eetu Luotsarainen. He's a great fit for the fourth line. But the fourth line's really not a problem right now. Like, Ryan Paling is doing very, very well. I'm not going to bench Frost or Hayes, right? Contracts are unmovable, and I really don't want them to be upset about it. So we're just going to keep rolling and get up to the trade deadline, and we may end up being sellers, which I really don't want to be. Farabee is upset. Oh, my God. Persuade. I'm sorry, Joel. Team needs me more out there. Dude, I literally can't give you more ice time. You're on the first power play. You're on the first line. You're on the first penalty kill. Do you want me to put you in freaking goals? You can play 60 minutes a night too? Good Lord, Farabee. Sit down, bud. Maybe start producing, and I'll start playing you more. Good God. All right. A trade offer. Blake Wheeler for Ryan Ellis. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Ryan Ellis is 3 years. Buffalo is a seller. We're a conservative buyer. They want to give us playmaker Blake Wheeler, who would fit our second line. Oh, my God. And the ability to get out of Ryan Ellis's contract. I don't know why Buffalo would do this. They're 16-31-8. I guess maybe because Ellis is locked up for term. I mean, I'd be okay with this. Ellis has got term. Maybe they want him. Maybe they want change the culture. Defenseman-wise, they've got power and they've got Dahlin. I don't know what they're thinking here. I don't think this is a very smart deal. Wow, they loaded up and got Stammer. Goodness gracious. Okay, Buffalo made a big mistake there. Could I get Stammer off of them, actually? That could be a massive move, so we're going to decline the trade because I just don't see any reason why they would do it. And here we go. We are starting to climb into contention a little bit. The Panthers are the closest team to us. We're 6 points behind them with no games in hand. But maybe it's time I swing a deal. Buffalo has a guy named Steven Stamkos, and they are listed as a seller. They are having a horrible season. Steven Stamkos has got, 1 year left on his deal, 35-year-old, 88 overall. Perfect for the second line, 2 seconds in York. They want Hayes. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not giving him Frost. I'm not giving him Farabee. I think, oh God, the 2 seconds in York, that's tough to give up because York's promising, but again, he's really kind of fallen out of favor now that we have Korchinski at 24. He's really not growing. He fits the first line pretty well, but you know, he's just not a player that's really done anything for us. He's 24. Buffalo he's in with a shout, you know, maybe turn their ship around. They want a defenseman. Give up a second this year, give up a second next year to get Stammer. That's quite a bit I'm going to have to unfortunately pass on that deal for Stammer. It's a really, really interesting thought, but maybe when we readdress here at the deadline, we're just like 2 weeks away. We can get up to the deadline and see what exactly, you know, teams are willing to part with. It gets a lot more stressful at the deadline, but we get 3 points out of 4 there. Domi for Sanheim? I'm going to say no. I'm just kind of going to go on a limb here and say I want to keep Travis Sanheim. I'm going to persuade 50-50. Although I'm confident in your abilities. Thank you for the vote of confidence. There we go. The 50-50 chance actually pays off. His morale does not drop, and we keep it up there. So, at 63 points, we're probably a seller. Honestly, we are still 6 points behind the Panthers. Do we have a game against the Panthers? Because that's one I'll probably want to jump in and play. But we unfortunately don't play the Panthers at the end of the season, which sucks. Did we play them at all? No, we didn't play them at all. So I didn't have a chance to directly impact us here. The Penguins are a team. Oh, we do play the Penguins towards the end of the season. Maybe that's a game that I'll jump into. Is this home date again? Oh, we do play the Florida Panthers. We'll see how it is, and maybe Pittsburgh, maybe Florida we can jump into. But as far as players that I want to trade, well, I'm not exactly too sure. Jonathan Drouin is expiring but wants an extension. Konechny is expiring. Konechny's been really good. He fits the scheme for the top 6. He's got the X factor. Atkinson's a rental player that I can definitely see myself moving on from. Same thing with Hornqvist. I can get rid of either one of these guys or maybe both of them, or we'll see. Owen Tippett has a chance to move up in the lineup, up to the second line. Could be good there. Another expiring is Wade Allison. Does want to come back. I don't know where he fits chemistry-wise, just because he's scratched. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Goaltenders, really nothing there. Defensemen, really nothing here that we can move on from. So I think we can trade away Atkinson. We can trade away Hornqvist without any kind of fear of it being unrealistic. And we'll see. I'll be a conservative buyer, I think, at the deadline. We're going to go conservative buyer. I wish I knew how we did against Detroit. Would have been nice to know. But here we go. Steven Stamkos is still on the block. Steven Stamkos. They want Bobby Brink in a second. Farabee, Frost, Hayes. I don't want to get. I can't realistically give up Hayes. It's probably the only thing that makes the contract work. That's not even that bad of a contract. Jacob Chikrin That would be an absolutely blockbuster of a deal. Where are the Coyotes in the standings? I don't need another left-handed defenseman. That's not what I need. What I need, Tyson Barrie, a right-handed offensive defenseman. I think somebody said if I push... Oh, I forgot what they told me to like click like RT or LT or RB or something like that. Available players. All right. So if we just... no trades found. I swear somebody gave me a button to push. To figure it out, but I can at least see their stats. Oh, I think it's the right stick, they said. Okay, so 40 points. Okay, that's not bad. Buchnevich. Buchnevich is an 87 elite. 1 year left. The Kraken trade Larson. Okay, so let's go ahead. Skaters matching the block. I don't have any skaters matching the block. Right wingers, we want to... Who's got more value? Does... Oh, Haltonen's up to 77. Things we love to see. And then centers, how's Bill Lehman? Bill Lehman's up to a 79, so he can come up next season. That would be awesome. Right wingers, Atkinson and Hornqvist, they have the same. Who wants Cam Atkinson? Does anybody want Cam Atkinson back in a 6th? Shergill, 3rd, 4th, 3rd. Back. I like the idea of a 3rd, but I'd like it to be this year. Nashville, I like that deal a lot. Clearing up $5.7 million in cap space. Hornqvist, we can... Cam Atkinson's listed as a bottom sixer, but okay. Ludvinsky, we could trade them both. We really could, and then call up a guy like Lee. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Yeah, why don't we get the 3rd from the Jets, or maybe the 3rd from the... Yeah, the Coyotes 3rd and Ludvinsky. I think I'm going to do this. Accept the trade there. Chicago, and then Cam Atkinson. Also, I'm going to move on from him. A 3rd this year from the Nashville Predators. Accept that deal, and there we go. We now have plenty of cap space available. We should have plenty of cap space available anyway. Maybe could go after... Oh, wow. Do we not have that much cap space available? Oh, wait. Is it because of the prorated contracts? Okay. Maybe now we can fit in a guy like Steven Stamkos. Anaheim trades Gauscher and Beck to the Flames in exchange for Mangiapane. Interesting. All right. So, a 2nd to Brink. Frost a 2nd and a 3rd. Farabee a 2nd and a 3rd. Hayes... Yeah, I know. Owen Tippett, but Virgilio. I want to keep Virgilio. How is he growing? We'll have to check how everybody's growing here after this. But Fiala's got 5 years left. Good Lord. Blake Wheeler. What would it take to get Blake Wheeler? Owen Tippett, Ryan Ellis, Ryan Poehling, Tyson Forster. Owen Tippett. That would be one that the Sabres could get somebody back right now. They're not a good team, but why would they want Owen Tippett, right? They also wanted Tyson Forster. How is he looking? Because if he's not growing, then he's somebody that he's 23, 77 with 3 years left. How is he doing in the minors? He does that. He is a +10. He's playing okay, but I think for the opportunity to get Blake Wheeler, who fits the second line, a playmaker, 1 year left, maybe make that push. Are we just too far out of it? Should I not even be considering trying to make the playoffs and just continue to sell off? At 30, 27, and 5, we can make a serious run at it. We need to catch Pittsburgh or in the Atlantic Division. Oh, God, I hate the sorting. We would need to jump the Red Wings. We're 3 points behind them. Jump the Senators. We're 4 points behind them. And we're 6 points behind the Florida Panthers. And I think, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference. Yeah. We'd have to jump a couple teams. We've got 65. Oh, we're 4 points, but they've got 2 games in hand. Yeah, we're tied with the Red Wings essentially on point percentage. That's close. That's tight. We got a game in hand on them. We could do it. It would cost us maybe a guy of the future in Forster, who's playing pretty well, I gotta say. But Blake Wheeler, that could be huge. That could maybe make the push. I think we're good enough to contend too. Trouba, no thank you. Oscar Lindblom. What would it take to get Oscar Lindblom? 3rd, Ristolainen, Tippett, and York, and Ellis. I like the idea of Blake Wheeler better. He just is, first of all, better. Ryan Johansson with his $8 million. Brock Besser. Could we get Brock Besser? Tyson Forster, Luotsarainen in a 3rd. Luotsarainen in a 3rd. Now, that's an interesting deal, because then we could also re-sign Brock Besser. He fits with the team's age, but he doesn't fit the scheme. That's unfortunate. Ooh, we got some players that could step in here. I really like the idea of Blake Wheeler, but they want Tippett 1 for 1. Would they do Tippett 1-for-1? Paling? Tyson Forster. I don't think Tyson Forster is going to be anything. Paling is going to be a bottom sixer. Tippett. Edit the trade. Can I give them a pick instead? Like a third-round pick? Like maybe next year's third? Do they want any of our goalies? What other skaters do they want? No, thank you. I'm not giving up half of these guys. Holmstrom, I actually really like. Yeah, they're all in this little range here. Luotsarainen, and we have 2/3. We have 3/3 this year. Oh, that's right. We just acquired some. So why don't we give up the Arizona Coyotes, and then I will take off Luotsarainen, and we'll see if we can get him for a third. Blake Wheeler for a third. Buffalo, will you accept? Rejected. Isn't where it needs to be at all. Okay, so we will also throw in Luotsarainen again. Luotsarainen, there we go. 26-year-old Luotsarainen, a third. Trade accepted. So we are going to get Blake Wheeler. The Sabres wanted everything we gave them, and I think that's a pretty solid deal. Can we get anybody here that's maybe better than what they are looking like? Victor Olofsson, the sniper for 1 year. He's got a lot higher value than I think he should. Robin Leonard's a goaltender. Cal Peterson's a goaltender. Vasily Kravtsov can't be played this year. Hoffman, no. Frederick Goudreau. Robbie Fabry, Varlamov, Peterson, Milano. Savard is a defensive defenseman. David Savard for Ristolainen, or a third? A third for David Savard, really? No, thank you. I'm not going to do that. I feel like my trade with the Sabres was a good one. They got a pick out of the deal. They're not going anywhere. We still have a small chance, but I really don't think we should go after anybody else. I would rather deal with what we have right now, unless one of these guys down here maybe is too good to pass up on. Jonathan Toews, if he still got his X Factor, would cost us just a fourth. Jonathan Toews for $3.8 million. He does not have X Factors. He would fit the bottom six, but it's not worth it. I think that's all the moves we're going to make here at the trade deadline. We acquired 2/3. We ship one out, so we come out of here with a third and Blake Wheeler after giving up Hornqvist and Atkinson. It's not too bad. Hornqvist, Atkinson, Steven Stamkos goes to Carolina for Buffalo for getting Madden. And yeah, that deal's way better. Mark Pysyk, we're going to decline to claim him. And let's go ahead and edit our line. Blake Wheeler, welcome to the team. Replace, where is Blake Wheeler in the minors? Are you kidding me? We want to go to, there's Haltonen. Blake Wheeler's in the minors. Haltonen should not be playing there. It should be Haltonen and Lehman together. And they look like they should be ready next season. So options. Go to roster moves. And we will go in the system. Call up Blake Wheeler and call up Isaac Ratcliffe, I guess. Power forward, whose carry cycle balance, it's actually not too bad. We'll call them both up, confirm. And now we'll go to the best AHL lines, and we'll go back. Okay, so it's Delorier. No, we want that, and we'll put Tyson Forster up there with them. Yeah, I haven't been paying enough attention to this. I don't like what they've been doing. David Case, yeah. Delorier, Wisdom, Denoy, Gold. Yeah, okay. So we're fine there. Defensively, yeah, Jet Wu. Jet Wu, yeah, he's still got some potential, right? We signed him just to round out the minors, but here we go. We're going to have to Ludvinsky, Paul, what? So they brought Ludvinsky up, but Ludvinsky for Blake Wheeler. Blake Wheeler... for Drouin, we get a +3 there. It's not great. Would Frost get us a better Blake Wheeler? Where do you fit? He definitely fits the second line. We just need some guys that fit it better with him. Maybe a power forward then too. Do we get a +1? We don't, unfortunately. Hayes is not the power forward for that second line. Paling, who fits the second line? Tippett, Brink, Holmstrom, Allison. Allison, do you get us any kind of bonus here? No, you do not. Bobby Brink. I guess Frost. Hayes. And there we go. Bobby Brink with Tippett. Holmstrom, Paling. Scratched is Ratcliffe. So we'll see. Where does Isaac Ratcliffe fit? He fits the second line. Could be interesting. Ratcliffe up there. And unfortunately, we don't get any kind of bonuses. With the chemistry, but we do have a much better team just on the whole. Sanheim and Provorov, will put them together. So the only minus guy is actually Provorov, which is really weird. But Drouin, Frost, Wheeler is a lot better second line than we did have. So Wheeler is without a doubt an upgrade there. This first line looks like it's starting to bounce back. So really, really good for them. Carter Hart was not the issue. Maybe, I mean, with 20 games played for Logan Thompson, not great. Maybe could be a little bit of an issue there. Yul Levy, maybe flip-flop him for Risto. Yul Levy fits the top line perfectly, but I'm going to keep Ristolainen in. Ristolainen's been serviceable. But I really have enjoyed Korchinski's game, 17 points in 62 games played. But all right, we'll see how Blake Wheeler, if he can turn our fortunes around. We've got these dates up against Pittsburgh and Florida late in the season. Let's get up to this one against Pittsburgh. What about the Islanders? Where are they? The Islanders are directly behind us, but the Penguins are a team that, you know, we definitely want to keep an eye on. But here we go. We'll go up about a week. So versus Toronto, we win. Detroit lose in a shootout. We get a point. That's not good. Against the Islanders, oh my God, that's horrible. Oh my God. Okay, so the team, we're not gonna make the playoffs. I don't think we're pretty well out of it. It's over. We're not gonna make the playoffs, so I'm not gonna bother stressing too much. I don't think. Sanheim, flip you with Bobby Brink. Bobby Brink, yeah, you can play right D there. We'll leave it like that, and then power play line 2. We wanna flip flops Owen Tippett out for a right winger in Blake Wheeler. Changing current line. Flip-flop him with, I think, Bobby Brink, probably. Bobby Brink. Yeah, we'll move Bobby Brink down, and we'll move Blake Wheeler up. And, okay, it doesn't look too bad. Really, I just think we don't have any elite talent, and it just kind of, we're aging. It's looking rough right now. But we'll get up to this game against Pittsburgh. I don't know. It could mean something if we end up going on a run here. We just can't string any together. We really just can't string any together. Bobby Brink injured with a sprain. Just replace him. Season's over. We're going to be 500. The team is just not good enough. Yeah, we're going to be closer to the lottery. Actually, we could have a good shot at the lottery. Thank God I didn't give away my first. But there will be no gameplay in this episode because there's no point in jumping into a meaningless game and wasting everybody's time. But please don't go on the end of season run. Please don't do that. There we go. Best lines. Couturier's out. That should best lines it again. There we go. All right, take another L. Take another L. 81 points. Oh my God. Are we going to finish 500? And we just about do. So at 81 points, it was pretty bad, all things considered. What an absolutely just miserable season. This was just not fun at all. We're going to get a top 10 pick. 3, 6, 7, 8. So we got the 8th best odds at number 1 overall. I mean, really, I can't tell you what went wrong. Blake Wheeler, how did he do with us? He was huge for us. He's a point per game on the second line. I mean, I'm not gonna bring him back because what's the point? But point per game on the second line with 30 goals. He had 9 goals in 20 games. Good Lord. Absolutely phenomenal player, though. That's more of what we needed. Frost, Konechny, Farabee. I mean, everybody was good. Drouin was not. Drouin, how much... he fits the second line so well, though. If we can, like, pair him with Frost, maybe? I'm trying to think of just next season's lineup, right? If we take a look at the lines, we know the first line is going to be... Oh, yeah, right. We best lines did. We know, next year, that's right, because Sean Couturier is out for a while. But we know the first line is going to be Konechny, Couturier, Farabee. It's the second line. We know Drouin fits it perfectly. Frost doesn't really fit. Bobby Brink doesn't really fit. Owen Tippett fits it moderately well, right? And then do we get a power forward center here? Just, it's not Hayes, right? We know Hayes doesn't... Hayes is a perfect fit for the third line. So if we get a sniper that fits the third line, Bobby Brink, do you? Not really. Frost, not really. Ratcliffe, do you? I guess we'll see, but one thing I definitely want to do is... How is the AHL team doing? Is the AHL team going to go places? Please tell me it is. And, oh my God, 102 points. So the signings we made are actually going to benefit. The AHL, NHL regular season has ended. And we go to advanced day. AHL regular season has ended. Okay, cool. So the edit lines down in the minors. They're not really, I guess Ratcliffe could go down here, but the first line's really, Bill Lehman's up to an 80, so we know he's going to make it. Balance, energy block. Could be decent. Casper Haltonen, balance, shoot, energy block. Okay, they could, where would they fit? They would probably fit the first line, because balance, shoot, the coach is balance, energy balanced. Balance, energy balanced, and then balance, oh, dump, shoot, balance. Okay, so they could fit the first or the third line, would be good. And then defensively, Korchinski, how did he had a moderately good season, right? He's up to an 81, 20 points, 82 games, was a +3. Ryan Ellis's contract is really hurting us. We need him to retire. We need so many guys to just retire so we don't get have to keep using their contracts. But let's go ahead and get through most of this because we can get up to the draft lottery, which I think is June 1st. Hopefully the AHL, we see all those AHL dots keep going, and we advanced. Nice, beautiful. Halton and Lehman getting some good playoff experience until they got swept in the second round. Hey, welcome to the club. You are a part of the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, they swept them. Just kidding. Okay, so now we go there, and are they going to keep playing? Did they get it? Did they advance? They did not. They lost to Belleville, who is leading the... Oh, man, that's unfortunate. But we'll get up here, I think, to the 15th. Not sure when the draft lottery is. It's probably after the Stanley Cup final. Congratulations, Connor McDavid, on winning your first Stanley Cup. The new salary cap. Okay, we can get up to the Saturday, the 14th. When do we get to the draft lottery, I wonder? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And, oh, we get jumped by San Jose. They go from 10 to 2, and we're going to drop from 8 to 9. So we do have a top 10 pick, though, which is actually still huge, but the fact that we got jumped really, really hurts. So we're picking 9th. We'll have to go check the draft class real quick. Don't know a lot about him. I didn't do my due diligence, but here we go. Hunter, Emmanuel Hunter could be a guy, 3 years, 2 years for Marcel Bourdon. The defenseman could be good. Or not a defenseman, excuse me. Why did I think he was a defenseman? I'm not sure. Gavin here. Ooh, Gavin looks real good. Definitely, oh my God. He might be a NHL ready. Gavin could be an NHL ready player. Because he's got A+ shooting. Oh my God, it's just his defense. Carry, shoot, efficient, balance behind the net. Perfect second liner for us. Ooh, magic hands, offensive creativity, plays like Marian Gaborik. Things we like to see. But here we go. Do we have any gems later on in the draft? We do have a couple goaltenders that could be good. Could be good for us there. This goalie here, they want us to take. There's some pretty good goaltenders. We're not entirely certain, but it's really, really interesting. Medium top 4 at 13 there. Okay, so I think we might go with that guy, that Bourdon. That definitely, but that's going to have to wait for the next one, guys. We do have some expiring contracts, which we will go through in the next one. Obviously, I detailed some of that earlier, but just taking a look at it, it's Konechny, it's Drouin, it's Wheeler, it's Tippett, Allison, Wiley, Cates, Wisdom, Cates, both Cates, Jackson Cates, and Noah Cates. Schultz will, I guess, come back. Brady Schultz. We drafted him as a minor league depth defenseman. He's a 73. That's not too bad. Okay, and then goalies, anybody expiring? Just Airson. Yeah, so we're good. I think, honestly, we'll bring back Konechny. How much cap space do we have? 25 million. We got a lot of money. We'll probably bring back Drouin on a couple seasons. We'll bring back Konechny because so that's our first line winger, a second line winger. Tippett, I guess, could be the third line or the second line winger. He fits pretty well. We'll just need a second line power forward, and then I'm not sure, but we'll have to find somebody that fits that middle line really, really well. But that's all the time I have for this one, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one. It's a free for all.